Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to adopt a dog through a shelter and the process of it. All of my dogs I have adopted through a animal shelter. And today in my audience I have is my boyfriend. The first thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is where you can look to adopt a dog from an animal shelter. You can do a lot of resources. There's so many different shelters in this world to pick from, and then you are going to be seeing what kind of dog you like to get. Every dog is different, from a puppy to a dog, and you have to look through the dog to see which one you will like, which one fits best for you and your family, and then you fill out a form. And then after you fill out the form with all your information, you will also have an interview with a one-on-one specialist, and they would ask you a lot of questions that they're going to ask about what you do with the dog. Do you let the dogs go on vacation? Do you have like a backyard that's fenced? Do you let them sleep on your couch, your bed? Do they go places with you? And all those questions I'm gonna ask. And then there's usually a fee depending where you adopt the dog from or the puppy. Then usually the fees are depending how much the dog is. A lot of the dogs you get through a shelter, they already have their vaccines and everything up to date, so you really don't have to worry about that, which is a good thing. You save money that way. And then finally, I'm going to determine you guys about what you have to do once you get your dog and be prepared. A lot of the dogs that we adopted as a family is we rescued them from this shelter called Freedom Street Rescue, and it's a really good shelter that we loved, and they are really, really good. The only thing is that they are from New Jersey, I want to think. Yes, they're from New Jersey, and they don't drive into Mass because Mass has a different law about adopting dogs that isn't in the same state as you. So we had to drive all the way to Connecticut to go pick up our dogs. But anyways, once you found your research of a shelter and once you found the dog that fits good for you and your family, you will fill out an application. Yes, depending on the shelter you pick, a lot of applications are very long. But once you fill out the whole application, it will tell you both the fee of the dog. Usually there is a fee after filling out the application, depending. Once you have filled that out, you will wait within a week or so, and then you will be contacted by someone to interview you. Some of the general questions that we got asked is what your knowledge regarding to pets, like why do you really want to adopt a dog or a puppy or a cat or any type of animal through a shelter. And they're going to also ask you what your lifestyle is. Like, do you have someone that can feed the animal, be able to take them out, be able to give them walks, be able to give them attention and take them to vets. And mostly depending on the dog you get, the fees can be a little bit pricey, especially that if you're adopting from a shelter, they're already vaccinated, they have all of their shots up to date, and they're already microchipped and they're already spayed, so that's a good thing. So that's why the fees are a little bit pricey depending on the dog. Of course, the younger the dog, the expensive it is, the cheaper. The older the dog gets, the more cheaper it gets. This speech has taught us is that adopting a dog is easy as going shopping. And all you need to really do is one, to fill out the application, make sure it has all of your information. It's already up to date, your phone number, your address, everything. And then you're going to just have an interview with somebody, like a counselor. It's going to ask you basic questions and about the dog that you are getting, and then you can also ask questions back and forth, and she can answer, or you can answer. And then you're just required to do a fee depending how old the dog is. And since we all understand why it is necessary to adopt a dog, and you are aware of the procedures that you need to go through once you get one, I really hope you make the right decision of a pet that you love and to save a pet's life. But there is a great saying that people say, and that I always say, is people do not save dogs, as dogs save people. That's my personal thing, and I agree that is the best saying that I ever heard. Thank you so much for watching my speech, and I can't wait to read all of yours. Bye.